Hey guys, it's Selwen here. Incursions is a new type of content coming in patch 8.1, Tides of Vengeance, very reminiscent of Legion Invasions. In fact, is using all the same tech and systems with a few minor tweaks and twists. So the Incursions are the sort of randomized events or attacks that your faction will perform throughout Zandalar and Kultiras. Depending on what zone it's located and your respective faction, you will either attack the zone by killing the enemy forces. So if you alliance and the event is up in Tirigard Sound, it's your job to go out there and kill them horde baddies and eventually take down their huge flying ship. So very much like the Demon Invasion on the Broken Isles, there's still an army to fight through world quests and a ship to destroy. If you are attacking, so that's some example in Tirigard Sound, but you are horde, instead of defending the area and eventually destroy the flying ship, you're just attacking the area, in this case the gates of Paralos, and just making a big old mess in the huge iron ball. Why not? So the Cubal scenario is not part of this event like in Legion, at least not the zones I did, because the events do change per zone. Now the way you do them and the way they are presented is again exactly like the Legion Invasion. You look upon the map, which at the time of recording is still using the old Legion assets. You see there's an invasion going on in a zone for a few hours, you get there, a quest is offered to essentially complete 4 world quests related to the event for juicy rewards. These are easily identifiable by different icons presented, which will be new ones on live, not these Legion based ones, and is usually killing or dealing with horde/alliance forces. These rewards are basically like emissary rewards. It can be a chest containing a random piece of gear, or another chest containing either an Azeroth piece or a weapon, which is interesting, or just boring old war resources, so pretty typical rewards. More might come soon, but so far I haven't seen any others. The item level of those rewards do scale up to 370 item level, depending on your own item level, so much like the emissaries do now with Azeroth armor. And remember, there will be a new raid tier and season during this patch, so 370 won't be that big of a reward like it is now. Now these events, contrary to the Legion Invasion, don't completely break the zone, removing all the other world quests and making all the sky green and gloomy. No, the zone stays the same. You just see more fighting going on, zeppelins and other machinery, which is cool because finally we can see some faction war bleeding into these new continents, which has been highly absent. So visually they are pretty cool, seeing all of these new things randomly pop up in the zones, and helps to make the world feel slightly more alive and up to date to the current events in the storyline, such as the raid, which is now called the Battle for the Tsar Allure. But what about the gameplay? Are they better than the Legion Invasions? Are they just fancy world quests with a different coat of paint? Well, yes and no, because deep down, yes, is just more world quests to do, and yes, is mostly a reskin of Legion Invasions. However, there's a slight twist that I mentioned that makes them slightly more enjoyable. Well, for one, like I said, they don't take the whole zone. Instead, it's just taking a small part of it, and in this small area is where all the invasion-like world quests are located. Now, what this offers is a far better pace to the old invasion system, and even the regular world quest system, which often sends you all over the map and are completely disconnected from one another. But here, they all about this single goal of pushing the Horde or the Alliance out of the area or attacking them. So on that front, it is slightly better gameplay. Now the world quests on themselves, on what you're actually doing, is slightly improved also. Yes, there is the typical collect 10 bear asses, but there are also some interesting little quests, often involving gadgets and other toys, like jumping around in a jetpack, killing enemies, destroying stuff, jumping off to a zeppelin, going on to the big enemy ship and cause a big old mess, or the ball that I said earlier. So that as well is slightly improved, at least over the traditional world quests. And like I said, I haven't seen all the zones as they are not all active in the PTR, so there might be more fun things lying around. Now, all of that said, is this the super awesome new content, the savior of Battle for Azeroth outdoor world? Again, no. In the end, it's still just world quests. It's still very much like the Legion Invasions with a slight twist. But if I am to be doing world quests, I much rather be doing these ones over the traditional world quest system, the they are far more condensed, they are more focused around this specific goal, and generally more enjoyable. Over time, they might get as boring as the others and you might see yourself skipping them, but the way they are designed, I believe most people will choose to be doing these incursion world quests over the others whenever available. And yes, they do count towards your emissary in that zone, so if the evasion is up, I would advise to go for these ones and get that nice rewards at the end, so almost like a bonus chest. I also believe they count towards honor-bound or 7th Legion emissaries. In fact, your gear rewards are just like Warfronts / honor-bound 7th Legion rewards, and you get both rep towards the zone it was located and your respective faction reputation. Now this opens nice possibilities, as in if there were more incursions / invasions like these throughout the zones, but made by other factions, like pirates and Naga. Naga seem to be somewhat confirmed to have some sort of invasion whenever the Crucible of Storms raid comes in, probably 8.1.5. We don't know exactly if the so-called Naga invasions will follow the same design and just get random Naga invasions on our coasts, or if it's just regular world quests that pop up, much like the Cavaldir world quests worked when the Trial of Valor came in Legion. If there's actually events with them, would be quite cool to see and play through, especially since, well, it's Naga. At least to make the whole world quest grind slightly more fun and keep the world evolving to whatever is happening with the storyline. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Do let me know what you all think about this new incursion content from what you've seen here, or if you played them through PTR. Do leave that and more in the comment section down below, and as always, remember to like and subscribe to get more videos like this, and check out my Patreon if you wish to support the channel. Have a fantastic day everyone, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.